Hello, happy Monday. So, for my coffee chat today, I really wanted to discuss the power of breath, the power that your breathing can support your body in pregnancy. This is part one. So I'm going to talk about pregnancy part, and then my part two next week, I will share how it supports your postpartum body and you're healing in that. But during your pregnancy, why it is essential to be breathing through your diaphragm and practicing that core belly pump, that core breathing, which is the basis of everything that I teach. And I think sometimes people don't truly understand the extent of the power that it gives you. So breathing properly through your diaphragm allows you to have balance in your core. It gives you balance, right? Because your core is your main stabilizer. If you don't have, if it's not strong, you're going to feel pain and you're going to feel weakness in other areas of your body and your core too. So it brings balance. It brings your core strength to like a 10x level. Like you can make your core 10 times stronger by understanding how to breathe and working all of those connections together. It helps your digestion. It also it puts your body in a parasympathetic state. So I'll talk about this a little bit after, but that's like the calming state. I want to say transmitters, but that's not exactly the right word, but in your body, like your blood cells and all of that puts it in that parasympathetic state to reduce that stress. It supports your pelvic floor health. It aids in prevention of pelvic floor injuries, and it helps in healing pelvic floor injuries. So there's a whole component to that. It supports diastasis recti, DR, so it can help prevent that. It helps hernias, protecting your core on hernias, umbilical hernias. So there is like many things that it helps support, right? So your breath also can shift your pain. Okay, so during the pregnancy period, as your belly is growing outward, and especially during the birth and labor process, what it does is you're heightened, right? So say, for example, during the birthing process, your body is already in a heightened state of trauma, let's say, that's taking place. You know, you're under a huge amount of stress as your body is going through all of these motions to birth your baby. But if you are breathing, it brings it brings you into that parasympathetic state, and it allows your body to take it down a notch, to calm itself while all of that is going. It helps you to breathe through those contractions. It helps to prepare your pelvic floor in order to get ready for that pushing phase. So all of those things are so dialed in and can all work in unison with that, because when you're breathing properly, you're moving. So there's 4 components to your core. I'm not going to go into that right now, but when you're breathing properly, all of those components are in unison, which is the main thing where your baby is. So it's going to protect your pelvic floor. It's going to put all of those things in place, right? So it's going to support you during birth. If you are chest breathing, trying to chest breathe through those contractions, through that heightened state of of labor, especially if it's your first and you're not really sure what to expect, it can prolong your labor. It can lead to extra stress on your body and your babies. And that could be one of the reasons why the C-section rate is higher, because women are trying to labor, but they're not understanding their breath and they're not able to breathe properly, which puts them in that prolonged static state of labor where it doesn't progress sometimes because they can't relax their body. Their body is not relaxing, able to go through the motions, okay? But it's also going to reduce your discomfort and your pain level. Of course, everybody's pain tolerance is different, but it's going to help you eliminate some of that pain by breathing through your diaphragm so that you can get into that parasympathetic state, okay? And honestly, that's like really it. That's all I had. Sorry, I took a bunch of notes, so I wanted to make sure I didn't forget any of that. But breathing, not only during your birthing part of having a baby, but also throughout your pregnancy. So Sorry, as I stretch my neck out. A lot of times women are experiencing sciatica pain. They're experiencing low back pain. They're experiencing like hip pain, hip discomfort, like a bunch of things, right? Maybe you can't get comfortable in your bed at night. Maybe you're just honestly having trouble breathing, which is hard because if you're in the later stages of pregnancy. But if you are breathing through your diaphragm, you're bringing your body back down to that parasympathetic state. You're not stressing as much. Your body is in unison. And when you breathe properly, you can already eliminate some of those aches and pains. So you could be experiencing your back pain because your core is not functioning properly, and you have that extra weight. And if you're not breathing and using the core muscles, those core fours properly, that's going to put strain on your back muscles, right? So if you're breathing properly, it's going to help eliminate that. But I just wanted to share that today. And like I said, next week I'll share about the postpartum piece. But you guys, I'm going to type this all up for you in a blog post, but I cannot stress the power of your breath. And this is what I wish someone had told me during my first 2 pregnancies, because I was not aware of this. And the ease that I had in my last 2 births and pregnancies, such a dramatic difference because I knew how to breathe properly. I knew how to breathe better and really dial into my body and put myself in that parasympathetic state. So I really cannot stress the importance of it. And there's research backed. I mean, this is the thing. There's research that's supporting that. We're just, as a prenatal population, we're not being told it, which is why I'm really passionate about sharing it. So I hope that's helpful. If you have questions, let me know. This is all going to be in my ebook that's coming out. I'm redesigning my ebook and relaunching it. So there's that for you. I hope you have a great Monday, and you have questions, just let me know. Peace.